all know that the Colts are smart, measured, have often dominated their division. We know the Colts would be a good destination for Carson Wentz. But as I said yesterday, the Colts are not desperate. They don't have a big brother in the division they're chasing. Let me talk about a sleeping giant in the NFL, the Chicago Bears. I'm going to show you something, and it's really astounding. Should Carson Wentz be interested in Chicago? So none of you think that Mitch Trubisky is the future anywhere. If I said Mitch Trubisky is your new quarterback, none of you would cheer that, right? Like, it's over in Chicago. The last 3 years, I'm going to give you, this is in a windy city with one legitimate receiver. They missed Tariq Cohen last year. Last 3 years of Mitch Trubisky's numbers in Chicago. These are better than Baker Mayfield. Now, I don't think Trubisky's as good as Baker Mayfield, but these are Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield numbers. Look at Trubisky's numbers in the last 3 years with Matt Nagy. 25-13, 65% completion percentage, and a 90 passer rating. Also, 57 TDs, 3 picks. What does that tell you? It tells you that Matt Nagy just needs a quarterback. Mitch Trubisky's numbers are not that far off Matt Ryan in the last 3 years. They're not Matt Ryan. They're not that far off. So everybody understands that Carson Wentz is going to want to land in Indianapolis with the Colts. We all get that. Frank Reich, great offensive line. But I look at Chicago and I think to myself, number one, if you're Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold, anybody, Deshaun Watson, you get a great defense. You got the Lions in division. That's 2 wins a year right there. So you got a doormat in your division. You got, and Trubisky, by the way, Trubisky had played very well against the Vikings also. So you got a doormat in the Lions. You've got an excellent defense. And what's the bar in Chicago? It's not like Carson Wentz would be replacing a legend. They'd move Nick Foles out of town. Nick Foles isn't a cap hit. They'd move him out of town. They move Trubisky out of town. Chicago's arguably the great American sports city. It's one of the great cities in America. This kid grew up in the Dakotas. He doesn't care about cold weather. It's probably close to home. I think the Bears are a little bit of a sleeping giant. And I think the Bears should be favored. Trent Dilfer said this yesterday. I think the Bears should be favored to get Carson Wentz, and they would feel like a playoff team if they got him.
I think Chicago has to panic. They have to knee-jerk react to this. They will probably offer more than they need to get Carson Wentz. They're the little brother in the division. They have to make this type of splash hire for 2 reasons. One, they got to be relevant again, and you said it. They got to save their jobs, and draft picks for Ryan Pace aren't as important because he knows he's got to win right now or he's out the door.
All right, coming up next, I wish I wasn't the only person in the media that had to regularly say this, but there's another Russell Wilson story out today. Where there's smoke, there is fire, and I'll address that coming up next. Who doesn't love Jersey Mike's? Now a huge sponsor of the herd. Last week, I was out, little medical issue. Sent me a Jersey Mike's number 7 to my house, turkey provolone. Cheer me up, it was perfect. Convenient, clean pickup stations for app and online orders. Order through their app, no contact at the door, pickup or delivery. Authentic Jersey bread, one of the keys to Jersey Mike Sub. Always baked fresh in their store. All about the ingredients. Freshly baked, perfectly sliced produce. The tomatoes, the lettuce, the sweet onions, the highest quality meats piled high. At Jersey Mike's, they're also about the juice. Red wine, vinegar, and olive oil blended to perfection. Just order Jersey Mike's through their app. No contact delivery or no contact at the door pickup. Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above.